Do name brands deserve all the frozen breakfast praise?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical summer!
Finding out that you could freeze breakfast foods and then just heat them up in 5 minutes or less has got to be one of the biggest discoveries in food history. Think about it. Imagine being the first person who thought about it.
I have frozen a fresh waffle. I will now attempt to bring it back to eating temperature via this newfangled invention called the toaster.
And thanks to this guy, we now have all kinds of frozen breakfast foods that fill the grocery store freezer shelves.
You're welcome.
But when it comes to buying those foods, do the name brands really deserve the spotlight? It's time for Knockoff Knockout Frozen Breakfast Edition. Each round we're gonna have 4 frozen breakfast foods that have of course been cooked. They're not gonna be frozen anymore.
Nope.
One will be a name brand version of the food and the others will be store brand or generic discount versions of that same food.
We have to guess the name brand, and whoever gets the most right wins a show it to them, a shake and bacon alarm clock. This thing is vintage.
And it doesn't work anymore unless you do it.
Pretty cool though.
Let's get to tasting.
As you can see, whoops. We can't.
What fell, bro?
I hit something that I think it was just the thing that goes behind the thing.
Oh,
Don't
that could
worry
be
about
troublesome later
it.
on.
Don't worry about it.
I've been told we've got Eggo waffle. Well, we've got waffles in front of us. We're supposed to find the Eggo, and we're gonna use our Hanzos.
Okay. Is there only one on here?
No, over one more link.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
There's only one though.
Yeah, because
I
Red
have the
already
other
took
one.
the other one.
Oh, you already have it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, obviously we're blindfolded because we would be able to see the difference, is what we've been told. Hey.
No butter, no syrup. This is
What is happening here?
quite a chore to eat these without accoutrement.
You don't like just picking,
Ooh,
up,
this
a,
one-
picking
this
up a dry waffle?
This one smells weird.
It does, doesn't it?
Ooh.
Like somebody left it in something. Like a bucket that was, like you went fishing, you used the bucket, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
3 years later, you used the bucket to store waffles.
It's exactly right, man.
How did that happen?
It tastes
It's
a lot
a 3-year-old
better
fishing bucket.
than it smells. This one smells great.
That's got a lot going for it.
I would say also there's like,
That's a good waffle.
correct me if you disagree, let me know, which I know you will. There's like a personal toast preference for this item. Don't you think? Like you have a toastiness in mind that you like.
Oh yeah, very lightly toasted.
You like a light toast?
Yeah.
I like I like it to get crispy, but not any crispier than it needs to be crispy.
I'm on the darker end of toast, and I'll say by looking at these, it looks like Link's preference of toast.
Yeah. I'm liking that.
It's a little doughy.
This last one is the sweetest of all 4. Did you notice that? It's very
Yeah, but there's also something else going on that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know, man.
Listen, I'm assuming the Eggo is the best, and therefore I'm voting for the one that I like the best.
And I'm
Okay.
doing the same thing, but there's 2 that could be it. There's 2 that definitely aren't it, but
Right.
Please be careful.
going with instinct here.
3, 2, 1.
Ow, ow, ow. Thank you for waiting. So we agree.
Okay, you're both going with plate number 3
Yeah,
here.
it was the best tasting.
Any
It could be these.
regrets?
It could be these
okay.
or those.
I actually thought it could have been those.
Not that. That's
The
fish
stinky.
bucket.
Oh yeah, that's stinky.
The Eggo waffles are on plate number 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
The waffles you chose are actually Good and Gather by Target.
not
Good.
bad. Very
and then
good.
the
best.
other ones are Great Value by Walmart, the ones in the fish bucket.
Y'all need to separate the fish and the waffles.
Oh gosh.
And then lastly, 365 by Whole Foods.
Yeah, that looks real healthy.
Yep.
When it gets browner like that, it's easier to go downer.
So we just dethroned Eggo with our choices.
Well, you know, I would just say that these are really, really good, and they're almost equal in goodness. I just thought this was more familiar, but these are a thicker waffle. You know?
It's better.
Oh, it's better. Good and Gather's better.
Quick reminder about Good Mythical Evening, the second edition. The party's gonna be wild, but then the after party is gonna be even more wild. And if you get a VIP ticket, that includes the after party, which is also live. Of course, Good Mythical Evening is a live ticket event exclusively on Moment House. With the VIP ticket, you get access to the live stream, chat room, and an exclusive limited edition tee, and the after party.
And so for an unforgettable night of uncensored mayhem, get your tickets now to join us September 1st at goodmythicalevening.com. Also, real quick, while we're talking about announcements, I want to let you know that the second single from my music project, James and the Same, drops today. This is a song about
James and the Same.
James and the Shame.
Oh.
I haven't changed it. It's still the same name.
Okay.
This is called Where We're Going. It's a song about my wife that I talked her into singing with me. So streaming everywhere. You stream your music.
Listen up. Now, obviously, we have hash browns in front of us, and we are looking for the Orida hash browns. And I don't seem to have a fork. Oh, now I have a fork. Thank you, Chase.
Wow, he's really on top of things lately.
Yeah, he's very anticipatory. Okay, so this one's got that classic
Would you think
brown
you'd be able
outer edge.
to recognize Orida? Like, is this something you had in your house growing up? I had it at like other people's houses. My mama was not a hash brown lady.
We would have them,
That's
but
good.
I'm really going off of which one tastes the best.
Right, if they're all
Again,
trying to emulate it, then you got to assume that was wrong. We were wrong in the first round about that, though.
First one was okay.
The first one was good to me. This, because it almost has like a butteriness going on.
This one's better.
No, this one tastes less flavorful, more oily.
It's just a matter of opinion. We got these over here. I mean, they all look so close.
Maybe
I mean,
these are just salted more.
can't anybody do taters?
Well, where are people getting their taters from?
These are the blandest. Can we agree on that?
These are the worst so far.
Yeah. I mean, you still add salt and you'll be good to go, I think.
And this is like a cake.
Yeah, this one's a lot thicker. It's a thick daddy.
Good flavor, though.
That's tough, man.
I still very much prefer those, but I think...
I mean, if you're talking about, yeah, obviously you might want these fried more hard, but
Those are good,
they're so potatoey. I gotta vote for them. I gotta vote for them.
3, 2,
But
1.
I could go over here. I knew you'd do it, and I'm gonna go over here. These are the best tasting taterific. That's what I'll call it.
The Orida hash browns are on plate number 4.
Yes!
They're good, but they're so thick. I just thought
Yep.
these
and
are all more similar.
They're the most potatoey potatoes that I've eaten in this lineup.
Well, what is this?
That's actually great value from Walmart.
It's all right.
And then the one that you didn't like as much is from Kroger, which is really
No,
surprising.
this one.
Yeah, that one.
Link liked it.
I liked
and
it.
then
We both hated this one.
Yeah, that's 365 from Whole Foods.
I could taste the healthy.
365. Yep.
Now we're rolling into some cinnamon rolls, trying to find the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls.
This is gonna be so easy, because Pillsbury is my jam, and I don't settle for any imitations. So
So
actually,
hold on, so you get these at the house?
oh yeah, like we'll do a treat of a Saturday morning in my home, and
You have a distinct advantage.
I already know just by looking at them which one it is. I'm just pointing my finger all over the place.
It's not that one.
But I want to know which generic actually tastes decent.
That's got too much cinnamon in it to it.
That's not bad.
I thought you would like unroll your cinnamon roll and eat the middle first. Is that what you typically would do?
No, I'll unroll it
Just
and
be honest.
and save that for last.
That's good.
This one's got a lot more of a doughy taste.
Which I would think you would prefer. I definitely prefer this one. They're both good though.
And then these
These are different than all of the
these
other
barely look rolled. I mean, they're not rolled. You might even be tempted to call it a bun. Good taste. The icing's good too.
There's a little bit of a, it's been in the store too long.
And then these look like number 1 and number 2.
Well, if you have number 1 and number 2 at the same time, you gotta be careful.
I was sitting over here going, why are these all so small? And then I realized it's because you're so big.
Our hands are just big.
It's not
Yeah,
Cinnabon.
like you experience cinnamon rolls in a different way.
This is a good one too.
It's really good, yeah.
This one tastes just like that one.
Like that one? Did you say that one? Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that. All right.
I think I know which one it is based on, I think, how the Pillsbury, how they're packaged.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
be this
Okay,
one, right?
so
Because it's
I was
come-
hoping I would get to this. Is definitely
Because it comes in
Okay, yeah, okay. So here's the thing. I've made this, you're right. And I've made this mistake myself a couple of times. There's different versions of the Pillsbury cinnamon roll. I think we got the one that whenever I get it, I go, oh God, I don't want this one.
It's the normal old one.
It's
not like
it's
the
the
grand
cheaper one.
Yeah.
The more, if you're at the grocery store and you want Pillsbury cinnamon roll, go with the one that's more expensive, even though it goes against your gut, because that's the one that has the roll part. This doesn't have the roll
This wasn't
part.
my favorite one.
But I really like these.
Or this was my favorite one. These two tied. This one's
Okay,
the worst.
well, the first one,
my
again,
favorite.
surprisingly, the first one's from Kroger. The second one, and this is weird to me, is Happy Belly by Amazon. So I guess that's, yeah.
Happy Belly.
And then
that's
the
their
last one is Great Value from Walmart.
Well, hey, great value
Great-
is bringing
yeah.
it today.
Yep, you're surprising us.
Except for that fish tasting, whatever it was.
What you know about French toast sticks?
I couldn't have said that it was a thing, honestly. It's been flying under my radar.
I knew it was a thing, but I couldn't have told you that Farm Rich is the brand that we should compare it
That's
to.
the best farm.
Farm Rich French toast sticks.
I don't even know what to expect.
Now this one's
A little floppy.
that one's dark and floppy, and ain't nothing wrong with a little dark and floppy.
That was my nickname in high school.
Very cinnamony.
Very not good.
How does one prepare these? In a pan or in a
In the microwave.
Oh.
In the what?
In the microwave.
Oh, that's what Trevor did. And you don't have to douse it in egg. That's already part of it. I was always freaked out about French toast because I didn't like eggs, but that was my gateway to starting to like eggs because they were in French toast.
But they're totally cooked, and it's not much. It's just an egg dip. What's that? What is that about?
That was my way of pushing my glasses up without touching them.
Yeah, I'd prefer you touch them.
This is a bland one.
I prefer the consistency of this.
Tastes like cornbread.
But the flavor is,
Suspicious.
I was going to say suspect. So I agree.
Yeah, I could look at the suspicious look you were giving. I mean, they all pretty much behave the same way.
Boy, that's sweet. But I like it.
So the ones on the end are the most cinnamony. And also the sweetness. I don't think you could go wrong with any of these, but I don't know if you could go right with any of these.
So are you both
This is
voting on your favorite, thinking that it's
Yeah.
Farm Rich?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Wham!
It's, yeah.
Going all the way over here, but it was a real toss-up.
2 and
between
4
these
are
two.
really, really tough.
The Farm Rich French toast sticks are on plate number 2.
Ooh.
Okay, so the first are Great Value by Walmart. The ones that you really didn't like are Kroger. Kroger's
They
bad
got a different
showing
formula,
today.
and it's just
And then
fish.
I was super interested in what you thought about the last ones because that's Breakfast Best by Aldi, which I haven't had any of their.
Aldi, they make you pay
Things.
for a cart.
Yeah.
Then they put all that money towards French toast stick development.
Yeah, well, they need to put more towards that. Oh, well, yeah, you
Yeah,
actually
I
liked
liked
it. You liked it.
And last but definitely not least, we got sausage, egg, and cheese croissants. You know we're gonna be looking for the Jimmy Dean.
And listen, we're tied. This is the final round. I mean, just to remind you what's at stake here, Link.
Shaking bacon alarm clock.
One of us gets to walk away with this.
Well, I think we'll both be walking away. But Okay, so this croissant
No, I'm gonna
looks
take
nice.
you out of the kneecaps if you lose.
It's got a nice little croissant anus.
That's the technical term.
Yep. You pulling this puppy apart?
Yeah, I'm pulling a link.
I'm just gonna taste it.
Oh, you're pulling a red.
I gotta assume that Jimmy Dean is gonna be the best tasting, but a number of them look decent.
Including that one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that one.
You accept the microwave taste of it as kind of part of it. This one, the sausage looks more photogenic.
It all looks more photogenic.
And it's a tighter croissant anus on this one.
Wow, that's really tasty.
Much spongier.
It almost feels like something from like a fast food place, not like a frozen. You know what I'm getting at?
That's good. Very soft, very cheesy.
I think it might be too soft. I want some resist. Oh my gosh.
Now
Speaking of not too soft.
kind of brick-like. No discernible anus at all.
And what's up with this? The nipple nature
thing right
of
there?
the croissant.
That is what they call the camel toe of the croissant.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I mean, have you ever seen a camel's toe? It looks like
just
that.
like that. That's what I was thinking about when you said that word. That's
This
not
one,
good.
Not so good. I mean, if it's the only thing I had and had nothing to compare it to,
And you were camping.
you
and
might think it was good.
And you were lost.
That's the service we're providing
And
to
you hadn't eaten in like 4 days.
We are comparing them head to head.
And like you really needed nutrients. It would be passable.
Oh, a little sausage coming out of the anus on this one. This one, the bread is hardened almost to the point of this one.
These are both bad. These are both good.
Yeah, so which one's the best of the...
I'm not choosing the one I think is the best. I'm choosing the one I think is Jimmy Dean.
3, 2, 1.
I'm choosing the one that's the best.
This is the best.
Jimmy Dean is on plate number 3.
What? Jimmy?
No.
Yeah, the one that
Say
you
it ain't
thought
so,
was the
Jimmy.
worst.
The anusless?
With a camel toe? Since when has Jimmy Dean got a camel toe?
The sausage is good, but everything else is...
So that first
Man.
one is from Aldi.
Dang, Aldi?
The second is Signature Select by Safeway.
Safeway is not playing it safe anymore.
No, that's really on the edge.
And then the last one is Great Value by Walmart.
Not great.
Safeway and Aldi
Well,
have made... you know what? I've always been afraid to go in an Aldi. You
I'm
know?
intimidated by the stacking of the items.
The barrier to entry is paying for that cart.
All right, Link, we tied, so we both just pull.
We both sucked.
Just pull on one of the hands. We're wishboning this thing.
All right. All right, I win.
Oh, that's not how it works. It
let it
breaks
go.
it off.
I win.
Okay, you win. Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
Hello, my name is Kyle Nilsson. I am from South Chesterfield, Virginia. Here is my mug collection of GMM, with this one being my all-time favorite. And now it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
I like intensity about a mug collection more than
like it.
anything. Click the top link to watch us rank Takis in Good Mythical More.
And to find out where the Wheel of Mythicality is going to land.
For an unforgettable night of uncensored fun, get your tickets now to join us September 1st at goodmythicalevening.com.